what you mean, I'm on Mona Lisa. I can price you for the future fast, wanna swipe the visa. I was starving, need a piece of scrap, bumping up the leases. Financially on leashes, unleash to eat the leeches. When it says in the beaches, even 47 meters down, they will never see the grind, they ain't never been around.
My question is, why isn't that on the radio yet? Because it just sounds so good. Like you have really good flow. Like I definitely have to say that. Like I'm not an expert or anything, obviously, but it always sounds so good.
So that was what? Go Gist?
GYST.
GYST. So it ain't Gist. It's just GYST.
Yeah, I sort of when I first I thought I had came up with it. So that's what I was like calling it at first. But it's actually a military term too. But it meant the same shit. It would get your shit together.
Oh, okay. Get your shit together. Go get your shit together.
It's a term that's used on basis on military. Yeah.
Okay.
I fucks with it.
So we kind of feel like we heard a little bit of what
J. Cole. Did you sample?
Yeah, and I found that out later on because like I listened to Cole on and off, but like I wasn't like consistent with it. And so I had got back in contact with the producer Balance, and we were like, damn, J. Cole had sampled this shit for a song and shit. I was like, fuck it, let me just write it out.
I got Cole vibes. I'm a big Cole fan. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Cole.
All right, so before we get started, let everybody know what's your name and where they can find you at on social media.
I'm Lord Souja. You can find me on Instagram at Cannabase. That's CANNBVXX. Lord Souja on everything. Yes, Souja spelled SOUJA. Lord, the regular way.
And then where are you from?
I'm from Detroit, Michigan, East Side.
Okay, all right. So I heard you say Lord Souja. It ain't always been Lord Souja. It was young Souja at first. So what made you change it?
Really just a transition, just getting older, more mature sound. The lane I was going for was like more mature than to be calling myself young. And then I was getting a lot of critics with the name, and getting a lot of mentors who were dealing with the industry at the time who were just saying there's so many youngs. Try to create something a little more different, a little original.
Right.
I always like Lord, so I just kind of added that in it.
Yeah. It's kind of powerful, Lord Souja, you know what I mean? And then plus, you know, what is it, Young Souja? What's his name?
That's me.
No, the other.
That's another Young Souja?
What's the other dude? Soulja Boy. Oh, shit. Soulja Boy.
That's a great job.
Soulja
You don't
Boy.
remember the other guy, that's a good job.
Right, I really see, all I know is Young Souja or Lord Souja. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So, I heard you say that, you know, you changed your name based off of your growth, you know, growing up and different things like that. So, how would you describe your growth? Not just from your music, but also, you know, in the personal.
I like to say I matured a lot. At the same time, I always kept the qualities that kept me youthful. I don't try to grow up too fast. So, I still try to have fun and everything. I think I'm just getting more mature with how I approach relationships, how I approach business, and different things when it comes to like organizing. That's really the most I can describe it.
So how long have you been doing music?
I've been doing music for a long time, a very long time. Probably like taking it serious since 2004. I always say that. After I had came from this little boot camp, I came home and I started taking writing a little bit more serious, and taking poetry. That's really what it stemmed from, poetry, and creative writing as a whole. Creative writing in school, but going to performing arts high school too, I was able to hone my craft and really learn a lot of techniques and different things that would prepare me for what I'm doing now.
So your sound has changed a little bit too from when you first started, you know, until now.
Yeah.
Have you done like any like voice training or anything like that? Because you also sing a little bit too now.
Yeah, definitely. I never took any professional vocal training or any organized vocal training. I did a little stint in like choir for church in school. It didn't always work out. I didn't always feel like I had a strong enough voice for it. So everything I did, I kind of did behind the scenes and kind of self-taught to try to find my lane, figure out what my voice was and how I could use it as an instrument to kind of build a sound from it.
Okay. All right. So what are you currently working on now as far as projects with your music?
I just dropped Gold. That's my newest album. I dropped that on the 28th of September. 12-track album. First album in a long time. And the sound is really just like emotional. I got really emotional with the vibes, not really the content, but just like the vibes. I'm really just playing with the aesthetic of the sound. And I'm working on a couple other things. We got the Toad tape coming out. That's me and Beezy, Black Toad, where we just doing a lot of different things. It's a mixtape. And I got a couple other projects in the work. Everything's finished. I'm just finishing up release dates. So.
Okay. So I heard you say Black Toad. I've heard of that. Yeah. What does that stand for? That's something that you created?
Yeah. Black Toad is a media, fashion, and music outlet that I created back in 2012 with George Ford and A&T guy over there. And it's just an organization just built off trying to create individuality and originality and all those different aspects and fields.
So how did you get like the Toad part? Was that just
the Toad part? It's a funny story. You remember the fucking like polo shirts and shit, like at the time when polos was popular. Everything had like a different, you had the Lacoste with the gator, you know what I'm saying, the different things. And I was trying to create my own shit. And so I wanted a toad, you know, like a frog. I thought it was mad, like I never seen like frogs or toads or anything like that in fashion. So it was something that I was trying to create. And then I always been a fan of like symbology and things of that nature. And the toad stands for like fertility, longevity, and like just otherworldly, godly shit.
Tell us a little bit about your music process. So like your writing, how do you get a song that you want to put out there? How do you get to that point?
It starts from experience first, just like life experiences, various situations, different things that go on through the day. As an artist, as a creator, like there's a lot that crosses the mind through the course of a day. Just visually, whether it may be words, different rhymes, they kind of just hold a space in my head. When I get a second throughout the day, I sit down in the studio. It's really just about the production that I'm messing with at the time, the beat. I let it set the tone, and then I just try to fit in as an instrument, not take away from any of the production or the sound, but just try to figure out where I can fit in to enhance the sound. I hum. Like a lot of my songs, like I will hum them out. They won't actually be words. I would just be making different sounds.
So
and then
like mumble rapping a little bit.
Sort of, yeah, in a way, like humming rapping. But like I go back in and then like fill in those various like sounds with actual words. Okay. And then it just makes sense. It's a weird process.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's a weird process.
Yeah, 'cause I've never heard of anything like that.
Yeah. And then a lot of times I do it on my sound recorder on my phone. So I just be going through making demos and
okay. So do you match the lyrics to the beat, or you get the beat first and you do the lyrics that way?
It could go any way. Vice versa. It just depends on like the approach to it. Like I said, it just depending on the mood, the moment.
Okay. Individuality, uniqueness. How do you feel like that plays in this industry?
Yeah, fucking being it's like nothing. Being original definitely is important, and like every form of fashion, but also being relatable. Just being different from a slew of other people, not being overcrowded, oversaturated, lost in the crowd, lost in a wave of likeness. Being able to stand out, hold your own, let people know that you can be a part, and like I said, just be relatable still. People like to see something that's other, from themselves that they can aspire to be, but also still want that sense of that humbleness, that concreteness, that realness, that keeps you there with your listeners.
So I hear you speaking, some real shit, on that. What are your thoughts on spirituality? Are you into that at all?
Yeah, I'm spiritual. I just don't like my spirituality to be confined in any aspect, under no religion or no outside perspectives from other than my own. I just like to make sure my connection with God is just that. My connection with God. Right. It's just a personal level.
Okay. So you've done shows in the past. Do you have anything that that's coming up as far as shows that you're doing?
I have a few shows in the works. I'm just really organizing everything now after doing the album and completing it, getting everything set as far as like marketing and just furthering the distribution aspect. Just trying to figure out different ways to get it out there. And then I'm gonna start like focusing more on the shows, but I haven't been organized now. Trying to fill up calendar dates and everything now, and a lot of traveling going on, a lot of community work, building with organizers across the country, just trying to figure out some solutions sonically and community-wise.
Okay. So is there anyone in specific that you really mess with as far as producers or artists in your craft?
In my craft, it's a lot, kind of too many to name.
Okay.
Black Toad, always. Everybody does their own individual work, so I support them individually and as a whole, holistically. Campfire Connect, you got Tribe out there. Just a lot of different upcoming artists. There's a lot of creativity and youthfulness. I'm just sitting back, really just absorbing it all in. It kind of keeps you motivated and keep you going.
So being kind of the CEO of Black Toad, do you see yourself being in a position kind of like P. Diddy or Jay-Z or something like that?
Yeah, definitely. To be that mogul, just being able to provide optimal opportunity for anybody that's coming up. Because I can't have the game forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's only right that you learn the keys here, you master them, hone them, and then you be able to teach them to the next. You know what I'm saying? And teach it to them younger, so they'll be able to kind of hammer all that shit out the way, you know what I'm saying, faster. They ain't got to go through half the shit we went through, you know what I'm saying, with the process. Make it a little easier, and they'll get a lot further, you know, so.
So where do you see yourself at, in the next couple of years?
Next couple of years, really just building myself in the community more, trying to be more part of the different solutions that are going on throughout the world, making other transitions outside of music. I'm getting to that age and to that point to where I feel like it's other things that I have to start considering and just really wanting to focus on, you know what I'm saying, just other things as art, sound, and just different ways to approach dealing with the youth, teaching and different elements of different things.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for coming out to the Real Visual Outlet.
Yeah.
You can catch this artist, Lord Souja, sorry about that, on what?
You can catch me on IG, Facebook is active, YouTube, Spotify, Tidal, Google Play,
all right.
outlets.
All right, and look out for his new project that he has coming up, and we thank you for coming out.
Go, out now.
No interruptions.
Good sex, no stress, A-Bay, no X, no calls, just text. Small circle, big checks, big checks, big checks, big checks, big. Good sex, no stress, A-Bay, no X, no calls, just text. Small circle, big checks, big checks, big checks, big checks, big. Nah, you walk in the entrance like you on the place. Get the fuck out your feelings, the fuck out my face. Walk in the building like you on the place. Get the fuck out your feelings, the fuck out my face. Walk in the building like you on the place. Get the fuck out your feelings, the fuck out my face. Fuck out my face. This is that single lifeline. I'm lighting Dutches at nighttime. I'm more productive with my time. I'm more immortal and icon. I squeeze your bitch like a python. I'm quick to install the pipeline. My hustle intact, the right grind. She throw it back like a tight spine. I love her composure. Energy flooded when she coming over. She was a gift, I reveal and unclothe her. She lethal weaponry, shot a young soldier. Bleeding the trust in the words that I told her. Kill all my enemies, writing a list. Aiming his shots, I could die if I miss. I got no one to miss, kiss goodbye to your missus while I'm on a mission, defining my wishes. I cleaned off my plate and disposed of the dishes. Gotta keep enemies out of your kitchen. They will expire with all their opinions. I invest my interest, created my interest, invaded the game. Now I control the physics. Like how is you living? You waste what you giving. On God, I have risen above their ascensions. Base.
I get started. There's no interruptions. When I get started, I don't care if it's my wife, my children. They know that from a certain